What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video of mine. As you can see, coming from a completely different new location. So why the video and why now? So I'm thinking that I was going to basically talk about David Luiz and why he is going to be sorely missed at Arsenal, and the reasons probably why he's going to be sorely missed, and why the confusion as to why he's going to be sorely missed. As many of you know, or if you don't know, I'll explain. So I worked for Chelsea between, I would say, the 2014-15 season up until basically about midway through the 2016-17 season. And whilst I was there, he was there. So he was there through Antonio Conte's reign, between a bit of Jose Mourinho's reign as well. And I'll be totally honest with you, he's genuinely one of the nicest guys I've ever met. From just being a very nice, humble, hospitable guy, and appreciating what he has in life, appreciating the fact that he's a professional footballer, appreciating the fact that people, let's say, in lower positions like myself was at the time at Chelsea, understanding maybe that not, even though there are different levels of professionalism or different levels of status within the job capacity, that I don't think ever once fazed him in terms of the way he was approachable with other people. Obviously there's been question marks, and Arsenal fans, rightly so, really questioning why did David Luiz get such a happy and grateful send-off, A, by the club, B, by the players, and all the messages he received online. And like I said, whilst I was at Chelsea, he was always such a lovely guy. He always had time to sort of stop and have a conversation, stop and just basically ask you how your day was, ask you how your family was, on different occasions where you had, let's say, in a situation where the first team were there and they were having food or dinner or something, and you were able to go and sort of be in amongst that, he would always allow me to go sit with him if he wanted to, and or ask me what I wanted to get on my plate. Just the little things, or if we were going down and there was he was going to get coffee and I was in the same vicinity, he'd ask me if I wanted a coffee, get me a coffee, and then literally stop 15-20 minutes out of his day after training already finished and have a conversation with me, which, not something that is a surprise to many people that you sort of encounter day to day with life. If you're at work and somebody else is at work, one of your colleagues who might be, I don't know, you're the CEO and you just got one of like the sort of, I don't know, a runner or an archive, whatever you want to call them, they might still offer you a drink. That's that's how it is. But in terms of his stature, in terms of the football, what he's done in his football career, what he's achieved in his football career compared to me at the time, what I was doing, it was nice and humbling to see that. And I've no doubt that once he was at Arsenal, he became a senior leader straight away, in terms of helping out the youngsters, helping out even the more experienced players around him, the likes of Aubameyang, the likes of Granit Xhaka, Bernd Leno, Hector Bellerin. He became one of the captains probably straight away. And like I said before, or I've said it in my tweets, he's not a player that on a professional level I'm upset to see go, because we need to move on from that. And we all know what the differences he's had in his short Arsenal career. In 2 seasons, he's been sent off how many times, he's given away how many different penalties. He was injured for quite a bit of it. But in terms of the professional and the person, yeah, I'm a little bit sad to see him go. I'm a little bit upset and a little bit kind of like different in terms of the way I feel about how he's just on a couple of occasions I used to joke with him. I used to say, David, when you come into Arsenal, and he'd always used to tell me to fuck off, basically. He'd laugh and say, nah, I'm never going to that club, and the day that he signed, I remember the day that he signed, I was texting a friend of mine, old friend of mine from Chelsea, and I was, and I laughed and I joked and I said, because I think on the day he was at the training ground, he was at Chelsea's training ground, and he was in and amongst that and packing his bags up, doing whatever he was doing. And I said to my friend, I was like, look, go and speak to David and tell him Chris said he was right. And he literally texted me back a little while later and just laughed and went, ha ha ha, he said fuck off. So you know, you can just imagine the kind of guy he was in terms of, like I said, the respectability he had around the club, the humble side of his nature, and just an all-round lovely guy. And that's probably one of the main reasons why I say, and I think, that his departure from the club will not only be felt as a professional, because look, you know, let's be honest with you, regardless of the situation he was in at the time, he was still our best defender, he was still our best centre back. But on a personal level, on a most professional level, you could see in his speech that he did to the players, you could see in the way he was treated at the end of the game against Brighton, you know, the dance and the celebration he had, everything about him as a person will be missed from Arsenal. And like I said, I was sad to see him go, but professional wise, I'm happy, because, you know, let's be honest, we need an upgrade on that. So that's why I thought, let me just do a little video just to explain why I think, anyways, that he will be sorely missed, and the reasons why he'll be sorely missed. So I'm going to leave it there already. It's only a short video. But if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell. Every time I upload a video, you'll be notified. Follow me on Twitter, Miss CJ Wright, as well as Kringle Talks Football, available on my podcast, available on all platforms. I'm still, you know, hoping to get some people on that we'll be able to have a nice conversation and discuss the football season, discuss everything as a whole, including David Luiz's performance, and I might go into a bit more detail in terms of the kind of character he was in and around the training ground. But guys, until next time, like I say, very short video. I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a relaxing off season, although the transfer window is kicking in and is, you know, it's getting right underway in terms of the players that Arsenal are linked with. Until next time, guys, take care.